eu estou aqui na cobertura da NRA Show 2025. O Mercado e Consumo cobre tradicionalmente essa, que é uma das principais feiras de food service do mundo inteiro e reúne aí operadores de food service, bares, restaurantes, padarias, confeitarias, enfim, indústrias também de alimentos que fornecem alimentos para o food service, matérias-primas e também distribuidores, enfim, toda a cadeia aí do food service mundial. A gente está aqui na delegação, a bordo da delegação da Gouveia Food Service, mais uma vez, com essa cobertura especial. E aqui ao meu lado está o Dom Fitzgerald, ele que é consultor em varejo e food service e acabou de fazer uma apresentação muito bacana sobre o cenário atual desses setores nos Estados Unidos e mundialmente também, aqui para o pessoal da delegação. Dom, hi, nice to meet you and congratulations for your presentation.
Thank you.
You talked a lot about the big challenges that retail and food service are having right now. What would you say that are the main challenges?
Yeah, for food service, I think the challenges are first finding the folks, the labor who can provide high quality food consistently, right? A lot of people have the will to get into quality food service, but don't have the skill within the organization to deliver that consistently. And the customer, you know, is very picky about what is provided, and if you don't do that consistently, they will leave you. So I think that's one challenge. The other challenge is just the skill building required and the time it takes to develop that skill within the organization. If somebody really wants to do it well in the organization versus maybe just getting third party, it's a different story. And that's the point of differentiation, but building that skill is a challenge.
Great. When you talk about these challenges involving the labor, here in the United States, you have, since the COVID, maybe some difficult to find people that want to work for food service, right? Do you see this until now?
Food service is hard work,
yeah.
And a lot of folks don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a great career if they understand that, mm-hmm. but finding the folks that want to put in that extra effort, put in the hours, do the training, and it's hard work. So yes, absolutely, there is a gap in terms of mm-hmm. the labor that's needed and the labor that's available. And one of the things I talked about was the boomer cliff and the aging out of some folks who grew up in those roles who are now retiring, and some of the younger generation is not interested in that type of work.
And when we talk about food service, we talk a lot about hospitality, right? So you need to have the skills, of course. You need to want to work, and also you need to be a good attendant, right?
Well, the hospitality is a great word and a great concept, and that's one thing that in terms of retailers who are trying to do food well, hospitality is not necessarily their forte. Yeah. The hospitality you find in food service is hard to transfer into a retail environment, and that's why some retailers are trying to bring in hospitality folks into the retail environment to bring that skill set. It's just not inherent.
Yeah, great. And you also talked about how technology is changing all of the business, but especially in food service, how this big amount of data that we have today, and especially AI, are changing business now.
Yeah, I think AI can be a real positive, but there's got to be a learning curve and an integration with the technology. But the ability to forecast, to produce, to merge streams of data to make it more relevant to the consumer, I think is very exciting. But machine learning AI takes time to develop, and building that muscle properly, I think, is a critical first step to utilizing it in the organization.
I don't know what you think, but I think in Brazil, food service is using AI better than retail in general. I don't know what you think here about the US.
Yeah, no, I would agree that food service in the US, I think in a lot of ways food service may be more, and I mentioned being adaptable and agile, and I think food service is more adaptable and agile and addressing and accepting and testing. Maybe it's food service folks are a little bit more risk takers than traditional retailers, and so I think they're jumping in faster.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Esse foi então o Dom Fitzgerald, ele que é um consultor de varejo e food service, falando aqui pra gente sobre tendências não só aqui dos Estados Unidos, né, mas mundiais, que a gente pode muito bem aplicar no Brasil para esses setores tão importantes. Continue acompanhando a nossa cobertura especial da NRA Show 2025.